Okay, so I want to do this movie review on Best of the Best 2. I watched it again not too long ago, and I've had it for a good while. And it's a really good movie, so I wanted to talk about it. It came out in 1993, which I guess was a big year for martial arts and stuff. And I'm really surprised it's not more popular than it is. And it's got Eric Roberts and Philip Ree. Philip Ree's the main guy right there, Taekwondo expert. Um, I didn't make any notes or anything on this. I've seen it enough times, so I guess I'll just kind of wing it, but I thought about it a little bit. Um, but yeah, I'm surprised it's not more popular. It's like a really good movie. And there's four Best of the Best movies. The first one was the original one that's got a lot of spirit, and it's like PG-13. A lot of messages and stuff. And this one's a lot of like pure action. This one's probably the best one. Um, I guess in my opinion, most entertaining. But I saw Best of the Best 4 again not too long ago on YouTube. I just looked it up and I was able to watch the whole thing. And I only saw it like once. I rented it a long time ago when it came out in like 97, 98, something like that. But yeah, watching it again it was pretty enjoyable. I used to not really like movies with guns and stuff in it. I just liked more guns or weapons and stuff like that. I liked like more like fighting hand-to-hand combat action movies. Although I really liked Terminator 2 when I was really small. I had the whole movie memorized, which was I guess different, but yeah, generally after I saw like Kickboxer, that was it. I just wanted to see hand-to-hand combat movies like Kickboxer and Rocky and stuff like that. But yeah, so 4 is like more like I guess like a spy thriller or something like that. It's pretty interesting. And then part 3, I haven't seen in a long time. I remember when it came out on video, they had the preview on TV, and it was like a minute long preview, and it was after I saw 1 and 2. I was like really excited about it, and I actually had a poster from the video store I put up on my wall I had for a while, and so I saw it like quite a few times when I was younger, but I don't have a video of it. But it's been a while, and I couldn't find it on YouTube, so I guess I'm a little rusty on that movie. But yeah, that one involves I think more like weapons and stuff like that as well. But yeah, speaking of guns, there's a scene in here where Baracus, right there, the main bad guy, it's a lot like Ivan Drago, I guess. Um, uh, he says like no guns around because they're unmanly. Which yeah, I always thought weapons and stuff like that was more I guess cowardly. People on the guns. And Bruce Lee even said that if you have a weapon, it's a disadvantage in a lot of ways because you're just thinking about that one weapon instead of all your other weapons. So something to think about. Um, so yeah, it's no rules fighting in Las Vegas in the Coliseum. Um, uh, um, so I guess it is kind of a ripoff of Rocky 4 in a lot of ways, because in the first one there's like the Taekwondo tournament, um, and so there's only 3 of the competitors, 3 of the team members in this movie, whereas in the first one there were 5 of them. So 2 of them go away, and then there's 3, and then the kind of rough guy, tough guy type gets involved in this Coliseum fighting and wins the first match, and then you're supposed to fight 3 matches and then fight the main guy. But he beat the first guy, and then insulted the main guy, and then like, all right, yeah, you can go ahead and fight him. So he takes Eric Roberts' son to the event to watch it. So he fights Baracus, the bad guy, and gets killed. He beats him down, and then there's like, it's the arena, um, uh, and they're fighting on the ground, and then there's glass walls around, and then like stadium seats above it. So when Travis is beat down enough, they close the glass walls. They put like covers over it, and then Wayne Newton, the promoter, says thumbs up to live, thumbs down to die, and the crowd's a real bunch of savages and stuff, real low down people, and so kill him. And so he kills him, and Eric Roberts' son is there up in the rafters and watches it, and then he runs away. But the people, the employees, the guards and stuff, they realize, they know that he's there. So they chase him down, and he's telling his dad and his dad's friends about it. So the guys come after him, they chase him at school and stuff like that. And then, so they like go to the cops about it and stuff like that. And cops can't do anything, pretty standard in movies. So they go in and confront him. These guys confront Wayne Newton. I can't remember his name in the movie. His real name is Wayne Newton, and Brackus and them. And he gives them like a BS story. But then they come back, and they get in a little altercation, and Tommy right here kicks him good, and his face hits a mirror, and he gets like a scar on his face, and it pisses him off. So he wants to fight Tommy really bad, but sorry, I'm skipping around. But also I want to say the bad guy in part one, Daehan, the guy with the eye patch, is Philip Reed's brother in real life. It's his older brother. So he's in this movie at Travis's funeral. I can put this down there. I just wanted to hold it up long enough for the thumbnail. So they're like friends now, which is kind of weird after Daehan killed. It sounds a little confusing. Kills Tommy's brother in part one, kills his older brother, and then Tommy beats him in part one, but then he comes back in part two, and like now they're friends, and they just kind of forget about that. Which I guess is kind of like a redemption theme, like some people aren't all bad and can be redeemed. So it's just like a side note. So Daehan helps Eric Roberts come in. What's his name in the movie? Alex. Helps them break into the Coliseum because they go on the run. Tommy and Alex and their son Walter. They go to Tommy's family's house and train. It's kind of like one of those things, like the answer to everything in the action movie is go out and train real hard for whatever's coming. Pretty common theme. It seems to be kind of like an answer to me too, like whatever, just train hard, some kind of excuse to train hard. And then the bad guys find out about the place and break in and capture Tommy because Baracus wants to fight him. And then they capture Eric Roberts and the son and Tommy's family and building, and they're supposed to kill him, but they don't. They escape, but they think they're dead, so they break in later. And Tommy fights in the Coliseum, and he fights all three opponents, and then Baracus. And it's a really good action in this movie. Really good fight scenes and everything. Philip Ree's really good. Um, and he also produced all these movies, all the best of the best movies. And that was like, I've seen him in like other movies, like extras and stuff like that. But this was like what he's really known for. And yeah, I'm really surprised this isn't more popular than this. It would be like up there with a lot of the really notorious great action movies of its time period. Um, yeah, also, I guess I just want to talk about the end. I guess these movies are all pretty predictable how it's going to end, so I'm not really spoiling anything. I like it how Tommy beats the guy and he says, "Stay down and live." But he comes back and Tommy has to kill him, and it was like a um, pretty big moment in there. And so then he's like the champion of the place. But then, so Wayne Newton just moves on to the next guy, like a lot of like fight promoters, like a Don King type guy, like no loyalty or anything. And then uh, um, that's that. I guess there's more I could talk about, but yeah, it's a really good movie, and also there's like a lot of little subtle lessons and notes because Philip Ree's like a real martial artist, like a real expert guy, a very knowledgeable individual, and he produced these movies. So there's a little subtle lessons and stuff like that, and it's one of those movies you may watch a few times, and I guess as you learn and grow older and get new knowledge and experiences, you may see it in different ways. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's a really good movie to watch. So yeah, check it out.